I'm gonna get back when I feel when I feel when I feel when I feel get back when I feel like.
So Freddie, great to have you on the show here. Thank you. What are some of your first memories in cricket?
First memories will definitely be me going to watch my dad play at his local cricket club close to where I'm playing, and just playing backyard cricket with my cousins and the mates out there, and then playing a few games in Cartama where I grew up.
And what was the name of the club?
It's a Cartama cricket club.
And how did your dad get into cricket?
My dad, when he grew up, lived next to the chairman of the local cricket club, and that's pretty much how you got into cricket. You had a neighbor or someone you knew that played cricket, and then you got it in through the blood that way.
So Denmark's got a huge, long history of cricket, right?
Yeah, I was actually going through that the other day when I had to go to a school visit. I think it's the 1860s, our first experience with cricket, and then the old railway makers came over and made the railway in Denmark, and then you could see the history of where all the stations are. There was a local cricket club. That's how it first started, and it's a great story.
Yeah, incredible. And some of those first clubs are still in Denmark today?
Yeah, not as many, because obviously as we are getting along, we have quite a few of the clubs are closing. But if you see on the maps of Denmark where the clubs are, it is still standing.
Incredible. And each year, are there still tours that are taking part between some of the English cricketers and some of the Danish cricketers?
Not so much these days with the English, as it's in the same season. But we're trying to go more obviously down here to Spain, but obviously getting guys to go overseas. But we haven't had the MCC or any English clubs coming along for quite a while, unfortunately.
Right. But when so your club cricket. Did you ever play in school as well, or was it always centred around the club?
It was always centred around the club. That's where European cricket, I think, is a little bit different to if you go to South Africa or Australia, where it's pretty much school-based. Where here is, as I said earlier, that it's through the blood you get it, or if you know someone down the street that has played, and you get a bunch of kids playing together, and then you got yourself a youth team, unfortunately.
And what sort of age did you decide that you wanted to pursue cricket, as much as you could?
I think just growing up, you want to, with the other guys at the club, everyone wants to play for Denmark and have a great time and try, and you can push it and see how far you can get. But I think I was in the early teens when I started. Became captain of the national under 15 and 17 side, and think, okay, maybe we could do this. And then I think I caught a little lucky break. I got invited to go to the MCC, and then I think just the rest is history, as they say.
So you went across to the MCC for a training camp, and then what was the process of you actually going and playing in England?
That was obviously my dad was under 19 coach for quite a few years. And then we played England back then. They're under 17 team, and their coach became good mates with my dad. And then he sorted me out and got me over on just a 3-week trial, and then they liked what they see, and then a 3 months trial, and then just flew on from there, really.
Yeah, that's great. And what were some of the differences between what you'd experienced in Danish cricket to English cricket?
Just so much structure, better training, and just the volume of cricket that we played is so different. Yeah. And just the facilities around it and the way they play cricket, just everything was different. So it was quite a shock. But when you're determined and you want to do stuff, you try and obviously get as much experience as you can and try and blend in and follow the lead of the better players.
Yeah, and then as we were just discussing, you went to Australia to play cricket as well. How was your experience there?
Yeah, again, the same at a different level. Being club cricket being so competitive, is what struck me most. Yeah. And how 46 players training twice a week could compete so bad or so strongly for places at a club and wanting it so bad while still being amateur. I thought was absolutely amazing. So that was where I developed the most by far.
Yeah, and then coming back and playing for Denmark every European summer as well. You must have had some really special moments playing for Denmark in ICC events.
Just the last 20 years. I played 20 years for the national team now. It's just been absolutely amazing. And looking back at it, it's made friends all around the world. We were just discussing, and it's just a small cricketing world that has just been amazing.
Yeah, where were some of the places you played for Denmark around the world?
I've been to Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, where we South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe. So we've been pretty much all around the world.
And that was mainly 50 over cricket in
Yeah,
these.
50 over cricket has been mainly all around the world, and then all these T20 leagues have come in, and then we're playing mainly in Europe with the qualifiers, where obviously it's a lot harder to get out in the world to play, which I think is great. You're competing, more regionally, so it's up to the best nation to qualify and go through.
Yeah, and you're still looking very fit and strong, obviously. But now you're sports director at the Danish Cricket Federation. How's that going?
Yeah, it's it's a new challenge. Keith and myself, the head coach, are trying to get the best out of our high performance setup, which we've been trying to work on for a few years now since Keith's been appointed. So it's quite interesting to try and always get the best out of a small budget. And you have to think out of the box and being creative, which when we hear other countries, they are a little bit jealous of, because we are in a different position. So when we think it's quite tough, then we have to see it from the flip side, that we have to be creative and do something different.
Yeah, but you're a cricket development officer, right?
Yeah.
Now, so are you doing many things for the women's and the men's?
Yeah.
What age range?
So I'm doing everything in our high performance or the development through the national teams, from under 13s and up to helping Keith, being his assistant. And I've also trying to help out develop our ladies cricket. And appointing coaches and making sure they got facilities to practice in and all that kind of different organizational experience, or the organizing the women's camp as well.
Is there the women's domestic league is happening?
No, there's not. We're just trying to get them in and practice as much as we can for the different clubs where we see this opportunity of creating a league. We got 3 strong clubs that we're trying to get a league in, and hopefully next year we can produce a league of 3 teams of 11.
Yeah, great. That sounds great. And the schools, are they adapting to cricket and teaching cricket?
Yeah, we're trying, again, where the stronger clubs are in and around Denmark, have a really good relationship with the schools, and we can easily see where there are the more youth cricket is where the connection between the school and the club is. And we've just recently started the School Olympic, it's called, where schools sign up to then play at a regional event, to then go to the finals Olympics in a certain place where Lico hosts the whole Olympic for athletics, football, handball, and now cricket. So 2 weeks ago I had 450 kids trying out for 2 teams to go to this event. So hopefully that could bring the awareness of cricket and more members.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event, and it sounds like a great initiative from Lego to help with that.
Oh, very much so. Just for everyone to try and get out and be active. As we know, kids are now more likely to sit behind their screens and their phones and all that. So I think it's a great initiative from a brand like that to try and get more kids active.
Yeah, sure. And artificial wickets and turf wickets, what's the breakup of league cricket that's played there?
We have 1 turf square with 4 wickets, and as a development officer, me having quite a lot of experience with turf wickets, then I'm obviously the curator of that.
Are you?
So I'm making sure we're preparing it, rolling it first up, and I've just put it to bed, as they say. So it's ready for the winter, so we can start playing on it next year, because I think Keith has quite a few good ideas and want to play early. Yeah. And so we only have that, and then the rest is artificial.
And that turf wicket is at Svanholm Cricket Club,
yeah,
right?
Svanholm, obviously the biggest club in Denmark, and based in Copenhagen.
And they've played so well here at the ECL in recent years. And we were mentioning earlier Hamid Shah's catch just in the corner down there, one of the all-time greatest catches I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I think the photo, as we spoke about, just speaks for itself, and obviously it's a great highlight of this tournament, and shows what it can produce of cricketers.
Yeah, we've seen fantastic performances from Svanholm in the past, but I love seeing the way your team is adapting the T10 cricket here as well. Do the boys enjoy it?
Yeah, they're absolutely loving it. It's not it's not often that they get opportunities to get this exposure that they're doing at this event. And I'm sure that the guys that are missing out on selection are gutted for not being here, because it's a great event that can show associate cricket from a different side and a better side. So we absolutely love being here.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see Danish cricket, obviously a powerhouse in Europe for many years. As hopefully the World Cup continues to expand and Danish cricket expands, we want to see him in a World Cup in the not too distant future for T20 cricket. It's got to be on the horizon.
Oh, definitely. And this, again, as we spoke about, this can only enhance the T20 side of our game, of how to be more explosive instead of looking at 20 overs or 10 overs like this, expanding the way we were playing here for 20s. And we were looking at why not look at 250, 275 in a T20 game. If you keep going like this at the rate we are here, then it could be possible.
Why not? Well, the way you used to hit them, Freddie, you could do anything in a T10 or a T20. But what do you think of the strengths of Danish cricket?
Oh, the strength. Well, what we're having is definitely like it's a tight community. We are just over 2,000 players, and I think pretty much everyone knows who each other are. So and the community and the bond that players have between each other and the knowledge, I think it's absolutely great. So every time we go and play at different grounds, that we always welcome. We always feel welcome, and when we have a really good camaraderie around the Danish cricket setup.
Yeah, and is immigration helping grow the game in Denmark as well?
Yeah, a little bit. There's quite a few clubs come up in the last 5 years. There's 3 or 4 clubs that has popped up, which is great. So that's definitely helping to the standard.
Is there tape ball cricket that you hear of being played around the place?
We're definitely hearing of it. It's not something we're looking into from the board side, which could be maybe in the strategy at some point. But I'm definitely hearing different parts of Denmark there is being played tape ball, and that's I think it's another side to cricket that could be tapped into, because the way they are playing, we could definitely use that in T10 or T20.
Yeah, well, it's like you mentioned at the start, playing cricket in the backyard and cricket at home. I mean, it's very similar, isn't it? You just want to see the ball and hit the ball and have fun with your friends.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and what are the plans for the next 5 to 10 years in Danish cricket?
Obviously we want to expand the game as much as we can in Denmark and try and get as many members, which hopefully the initiatives that the board are taking, that they can lead to more members. On the development side of things, definitely with the national team, we want to push for greater glory in the T20 game and the 50 over comp, which obviously is quite difficult in the T20, because our guys, I think they finished 5th out of 6 in Scotland not long ago. There's some steep competition and some really good cricket being played in that tournament. So it's we're just hoping that the ICC will bring more members in and maybe get 2 or 3 from Europe to qualify from that tournament to a World Cup. That could be amazing. But we got some great talent here, and we just need to play more cricket. We need more games like this, and we need guys to go overseas and play in Australia, South Africa, New Zealand to grow their own development.
Yeah. One thing I love about Danish cricket as well, obviously it's very multicultural in European cricket in general, but when it's Danish cricket, it's always spoken in Danish, and it's a Danish born and bred, and it's a very Danish culture that you've built, so you should be very, very proud of that.
Yeah, we definitely are, because we're trying to mix a load of different people together, but still having that Danish brand of cricket and values that we want to pursue. We want to have that in the team, so it's nice that it's being noticed, because that is something we hold close to our hearts.
Yeah, but Freddie, this is really in the last few days the first time I've got to know you better and speak to you, because we've always heard about Freddy Klokker, the legend of Freddy Klokker, and not only is a great cricketer, but as a great person. So it's an absolute pleasure to know you, and thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.
Appreciate
Cheers,
it.
Daniel.
Thanks, Freddie.